what are they doing now? Why are they always doing some shit every 5 seconds? Hi, I'm King Gamma, and today you're here to listen to me yap about Winx Club. Okay, so I found out some things, and I got some clarification on some things. So I used to watch a little bit of Winx Club, and I do mean a little bit of Winx Club, but I've only seen the 4Kids version of Winx Club. I know this because
the magic's in you and the magic.
What the fuck was that? That's the only intro I know. I know this because I found both the Rainbow dub and the 4Kids dub and the Atlas Oceanic dub and the Duart dub and the 3-Beep dub. There's a bunch of dubs for Winx Club. There's too much, in fact. The original studio that made Winx Club, Rainbow or whatever, they have their own dub. It's normally referred to as the Rye or the Rainbow dub. It only went for 4 seasons. When 4Kids got a hold of it, it ran for 3 seasons. You see how those aren't the same number? I don't remember why they got it yanked from them, but they got it yanked, and then Nickelodeon got a hold to it, or Viacom, really, because Viacom owns Nickelodeon, apparently. I never knew this. They got a hold to it, and they had Atlas Oceanic dub seasons 5 and 6, but they also had them redub seasons 3 and 4, so that when they had flashback scenes, the voices would still match, which, yeah, smart move. When I was researching this, there was a slight misunderstanding, because when Viacom got a hold of Winx Club, they also got a hold of the studio itself, so I had a slight misunderstanding. I thought it was saying that Rainbow, the studio responsible for making the girliest show on the planet, branched off and said, let's make a movie about Roman gladiators, and it flopped. And when I was reading it, I was like, yeah, no fucking shit, it flopped. Y'all made the girliest show on the planet. Why are you making Roman gladiator movies? I misunderstood. Not their fault. They were associated with it, but Viacom, like, it was more of an overhead decision, I think. But it flopped horribly. So when Viacom said, okay, now we need to make cost cuts, they hit Winx Club, so they couldn't afford Atlas Oceanic anymore. So for season 7, they had to go with a cheaper studio called Duart. And for some reason, they made that one and they put it on Nick Jr. I didn't look into that. I don't care. Why'd you do that? And then I didn't look into why I think it stopped being on Nick Jr., but for season 8, they went with 3B. Hey, by the way, season 8 looks like shit. Let's just get that off my chest now. It looks like ass. I couldn't pinpoint why. I did most of this research like on stream, so I couldn't pinpoint why exactly I felt like it looked like ass. It's not even like oh well, it doesn't look the same as it used to. No, I mean, yeah, it doesn't, but it also just looks like ass. Two things can be true. And while we're talking about dubbings and seasons, let's start with the seasons, since that's already the train that I'm on. Let's talk about season 5 and how they tried to pull a Code Lyoko on the game. If you haven't seen Code Lyoko, fire show, by the way. There may one day be a video on Code Lyoko. If I decide to continue making these videos after the first 18 videos, there may one day be a Code Lyoko video. Fire show! I'm sorry. I really fucking like Code Lyoko. In Code Lyoko, they have 2 main settings. They have the real world, and then they have the computer program, world of Lyoko. In the real world, they're 2D animated. In Code Lyoko, it's 3D animated, and it works for the show. It looks good. They tried to do that in season 5, where I guess like everywhere else is 2D, but when they go to the ocean, it's 3D, and it looks like ass. Hey, that was fast. Let's talk about the dubbings. When I went through these different seasons, because I did find all of the Rainbow dub and all of the other dubs, when I was going through them just to really take care of the suspended disbelief that they deadass changed dubbing studios like 3 or 4 times, I used 2 or 3 characters to really confirm this in my head. Originally, it was just supposed to be like Bloom and Stella, because they're like the first 2 that show up in like episode 1, and I assume that they talk the most throughout the show. Especially Bloom, and like, yeah, it was pretty simple to tell. Yeah, Bloom and Stella always sound different. Obviously, they all do, because I really was like, you changed the dub like 4 times? But while I was looking for their voices on an episode of season 5, I accidentally heard Icy's voice.
You're the ones who need help.
And that shit it wasn't like nails on a chalkboard. Let me not be rude, I'm sorry. Let me not be rude. It wasn't like nails on a chalkboard, but it was wrong, which is worse than nails on a chalkboard. To me, I'm 99% sure. I'm 100% sure that the only Winx Club I've seen is on 4Kids. I've seen like maybe an episode of when Nick had a hold of it, because remember when you were a kid and you would scroll through the channel because you didn't really know what you wanted to watch. You were just like, oh, there's nothing on, bro. But you'd see names of TV shows that you either heard of or just flat out know. Well, I saw Nick had Winx Club at one point. I was like, when the fuck did Nick get Winx Club? And I sat down for like a little bit to watch, and I don't remember what happened, and therefore I have no attachment to it. So I don't count that. I think there was a character named Roxy. It was like they were like training up like a second Bloom character. There was like another girl on Earth who had magic. I don't know. I didn't care. The only Winx Club I've seen is 4Kids.
Not so fast. Where do you think you're going?
So the only Icy voice I've heard is 4Kids. So if you ask me what Icy sounds like, I'd say she sounds like a leader, bro. Like commanding. And like she has authority over the group. Not, whatever the fuck was going on in season 5. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sure that woman did the best she could. But like, damn, bro. I don't mean to hate. I just, damn, bro. God damn. I'll probably put a clip in here for you so you can hear it, but like, you hear the difference? I also found out some things. Speaking of the witches, let's start there. Cloud Tower, the witch school. Did you know that they don't train supervillains for super evil? Of course you did. You actually watched the show. I've only watched it as a child, and it was in bits and pieces because it was on 4Kids, and I wasn't waking up for Winx Club. I was waking up for Sonic X and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle. Jesus, I'm sorry. That was. I actually meant to stop. That was a tick. I don't actually have. I'm joking. That not like a real tick. That just had to come out my soul. My favorite season was Fast Forward. We're not gonna act like that season wasn't fire, but oh, and Viva Pinata actually. That shit was also fun. And I wish I was into Huntic Secrets and Seekers. I was never really into Huntic. I never woke up for it. But I did think it was cool how they always put a code on the screen. I would sometimes wake up to watch Huntic, not because I wanted to watch Huntic, but because I wanted to get one of the codes so that I could put it into the computer and find out what it did on the website. Anyway, what was I talking about? Cloud Tower. Listen, some of the other videos you're gonna see, like the Monster High videos and the Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma video, those are scripted. This isn't scripted. I was trying to make the script, and I was like, I don't know. The fingers just aren't touching keyboard. I don't know what the holdup is. And I was starting to realize anything I want to say is either in the very short notes list that I made while I was researching this, or it's already in my head. So maybe I should just like get in front of the camera and talk. I think it's working well so far, but it is a little more scatterbrained because it's not scripted. Cloud Tower. Not evil. Not evil. No. Icy, Darcy, and Stormy are just fucked up. Witches apparently are not inherently evil. I thought they were for decades, by the way. I say it like I'm older than 24. Apparently they did get expelled in season 1. Because I was looking through it. They take over the school, I think, like 4 or 5 times. Once in season 1, again in season 2, where they attempted to, but apparently ultimately failed the second time, but they did try again in season 3, where they did succeed, and again in season 6, where they once again did succeed. They take over the school every 5 seconds. They got expelled for it in season 1, though, apparently, because I was thinking to myself, like, if nobody else is evil, why haven't they been expelled? They have been. I had to look into it. They were expelled, actually. Before I found out that Cloud Tower isn't even evil, I was thinking to myself, like, if you run a school for the next generation of supervillainy and supervillainess, you don't have safeguards for when they inevitably try to take over the fucking school? And it's like, no, they don't have safeguards, because they're not inherently evil. Icy, Stormy, and Darcy are just fucked up. Speaking of Icy, Stormy, and Darcy, first of all, Stormy, I had it bad. Listen, can we get this off the table? Can we get this out of the way? I had it bad for Stormy, and I had it. We'll get to the other one in a second. Let me stay on track. I'm about to tell you something really embarrassing and stupid. I would always get Stormy and Darcy mixed up. I know which one is which now, so I know who I'm talking about now. I'm talking about the one with the afro, the curly. I put a picture of my damn wife on the screen. I obviously have a type. I would always get them confused. You know what I found out while I was researching this shit? Their outfits literally tell you which one is which, and I felt dumb. I don't know how I never know. I mean, they aren't always in those outfits, but I think that is like their main outfit. So I don't know if I just didn't see that many episodes with them in it, or if I just don't remember that many. I don't know how I got that confused. It literally tells you which one is which. I can make y'all wait the entire video before I tell y'all who else I had it bad for. I can make you wait the entire video, bro. I'm holding the information ransom. Like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment, make a guess. Matter of fact, make a guess. It's one of the Winx. I'll give you a hint. I mean, no shit. Make a guess. Moving on. We'll come back to it later. Let's talk about the spin-offs. I hope I remember to tell you, by the way. I hope I don't forget. Oh my god, that's right. No, we can't talk about the spin-offs yet. Minor extra. Did you know Bloom's fucking adopted? Nigga, when did we find this out? It must have been way beyond season 3, because like I said, I went through some of these other seasons, just little snippets. I didn't watch the entire thing. I'm not doing that unless we make like a dedicated video or videos for Winx Club. So I'm probably not gonna do it all at once. So I didn't like watch through all of it. But anyway, Bloom is a princess, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, how many humans on Earth are just like one day gonna be like, oh my god, I have magic fucking powers, and be human, you know? So like, that makes sense. I'm not saying it was a bad plot point. What do you mean she's a princess? I don't know, it just threw me for a loop is all. Maybe this isn't as show-stopping as I seem to think it is. It threw me for a loop-de-loop when I found out about it. I don't know. Let's talk about the spin-offs, of which there are a lot. This video is probably still titled There's Too Much Winx Club. That's because there is too much Winx Club. Pop Pixie, World of Winx, Fate, which we will not be talking about much. We'll gloss over it. And I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh yeah, the new reboot. There's too much Winx Club, brother. There's a lot. And it's not all good, is the other thing that hurts to say. It's not all good. You know what is all good? Partially because they didn't try to overextend this shit across 10 millennia. Witch. Not the witch, not the witches, not the tricks. W.I.T.C.H. That is not a dot after the H, is there? Witch was fire. I watched me some Witch. I watched Witch more than I watched Winx Club. That was my shit. Was there a point I was making, or did I just want to talk about Witch for a second? I forgot. There must have been something I was saying, and I forgot about it. Anyway, it's not important. I probably just wanted to talk about Witch. Of which there is a video. Of which there is a video too. There's gonna be a Witch video later, so you know, like, subscribe, stick around for that if you like Witch. I like Witch. There is a place where darkness reigns. We got the power to fight. I don't know if there's like an extra dubbing. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you had to see that. I'm so sorry you had to see that, bro. I don't know if there's like an extra dubbing of Witch and probably therefore a secondary intro like Winx Club, because like the Rye one had a different intro if I remember right. If there is, that intro is gonna either break my heart or jam me out, bro, because I don't care. There's only one intro. Let's talk about Pop Pixie, because that one's short. I didn't research much about Pop Pixie. At some point in the show, they decided to make marketable plushie characters called Pixies. In the show, there's only female Pixies. However, in the spin-off show, Pop Pixie, there are male Pixies. On top of that information, some of the female Pixies from the show, like, I'm trying to remember names, Digit, Buzzy, I think there was one called Izzy. Some of them are now male for some reason. And these are like characters that you could tell were obviously supposed to be female, so I feel like they had to purposely decide to do that. So I think fan opinion is they can just flip-flop whenever they feel like it, just like magically. I think that's just fan opinion. I think they were just lazy and wanted dude characters in there, and instead of making some, they were just like, they're not gonna give a fuck about the new ones. Let's just make some of the old ones guys now. That's a lot easier. It's more likely to sell, you know? I mean, I'm assuming they had. Maybe they didn't have plushies. Don't ever question me again. Don't ever question me again. Don't ever question me, or don't ever question me. Don't question my authority. Don't question my eyesight, bro. Insight. God damn it. Of course they're marketable plushies, bro. Of course. Yeah, there's just not much to really talk about there. Marketable plushies, the show. Let's talk about Fate so I can get it off my chest and we can move past it. Fate is the Netflix live-action Winx Club series. I remember it when it came on Netflix. I remember seeing it and going like, "Fate, Winx Club," and I remember seeing it and I remember watching a little. Either I watched a little bit of it or I watched the trailer. I don't remember exactly, but it looked like ass, so I didn't watch it. And guess what? Sounds like, from what I've heard, it was ass, so I'm glad I didn't watch it. However, for the people who did like it, apparently there is a graphic novel series. I think it's at book 2 is on its way. So that's nice for the people that did like it. I'm glad you get to have that. Personally, keep it away from me. Listen. I am not against taking the cute kid show and turning it into a dark story with darker themes. That's cool, actually. I actually love that shit. I like it. It's just when people do it, they tend to fuck it up, and it doesn't end out good. There is an example of that happening, and it does turn out good, but it's not an official example, and it got shut down by Warner Brothers almost immediately. So there's only one episode, and there will only ever be one episode. They're on YouTube. You can go find it after this, preferably, please. A channel called Mystery Incorporated, because that's what it's called. You should be able to find it. It's not that hard. But I remember it being really good. I haven't seen it in years, so don't quote me. Maybe I was a late teenager and just didn't have taste. But I remember it being really good and cool. We will never see that again. Unfortunately, it's gone forever. But it can work. I'm just saying, I've seen it work. I don't have any other examples, though, is the issue. And that's crazy, is it not? I know they tried to do it with, Archie. I don't know if that shit worked. I'm not watching Riverdale. Don't ever ask me to watch Riverdale. Ever. Don't ask. I don't mind if y'all leave me suggestions on shit y'all want to see. Please don't ask me to watch Riverdale. I don't want to watch it. I might watch it. If y'all ask. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it on my own accord. But I don't know, we'll see. Depends on how these videos do. Oh jeez. Maybe I've been yapping too much. Let's all come together and just take a collective agua break. Can we talk about World of Winx? I remember seeing World of Winx. I think it was on Netflix. I remember seeing it pop up. And I remember thinking, what the fuck is World of Winx? What are they doing now? Why are they always doing some shit every 5 seconds? I remember that. I didn't look into it because, like I said, I don't really care about Winx Club that much. I just watched it as a kid. You know, it wasn't one of my top pick premiere shows. If it was which, oh yeah, I would have clicked on that shit, no question. But I remember thinking, what the fuck is this? Well, now I know. And am I disappointed, or I'm trying to think of another word other than I'm disappointed. Actually, can I even be disappointed if I never cared to begin with? It's just not what I thought it maybe would have been. I mean, season 1 is apparently about this talent thief that shows up. And so to catch them, the Winx Club, which, let's talk about that for a second. They actually do refer to them. Well, actually, no, they actually do refer to themselves as the Winx. Only in the 4-Kid series and the reboot do they actually refer to themselves as the Winx Club, but I digress. They put together a reality TV show, talent show. I think it's a worldwide thing so that, they can follow the talent thief. And honestly, okay, that's fair. That actually kind of makes sense with the title. I get it, World of Winx. I guess that makes sense. Okay, cool. The second season is about Neverland. My feet, they're over here. They're in this country. They're in this country. Whee! They're all the way over here. That's called a jump, for those of you who don't know. And it's a pretty fucking big one, I feel like. What did that have to do with the world? I mean, I guess I get it. If Neverland is somewhere in the world, I guess this counts as exploring the world of Winx. I mean, I guess I get it. I don't know. It just felt like it was kind of a hop, a skip, and a jump, all at once, as opposed to a hop, a skip, then a jump. I feel like they just did all 3 of them in the air all at once. I didn't watch it. I don't plan to. finally, there's a reboot. Season 1 only has like the first half of it out. I almost said season 2. There's no such thing as season 2 anymore, guys. It's always season 1 half 1 and season 1 half 2. There's no such thing as season 2 anymore. Get it out of your head. There is no season 2. There is no Santa Claus. There is no Easter Bunny. And there is no season 2. The reboot. Is it good? Fuck no. Nigga, what? Don't ask me that ever again. What's wrong with you, bro? The only reason I know that the only other time they call it the Winx Club is in the reboot is not because I watched up to episode 4. Apparently that's the episode when it happens, and I would rather die. I watched 1 episode. That's all you're getting out of me. We're not touching that thing, all right? Where's a stick? Do I have a stick over here? I don't even have a stick to touch it with. So we're not gonna touch it with a stick. Remember how I told you earlier that I found out in the original Winx Club, it's revealed that Bloom is a princess from Althea, not from Althea, but I don't know where from, but she's a princess. I didn't look into it that much. I don't care. That's a thing again. And that information I think was revealed late into Winx Club originally. So you might be wondering, well, Gamma, why do you know that already? That's because we know that already, because it's in the Wikia. It's readily available information in the Wikia, so I'm assuming that the reveal has already been made. Another reveal was also made. Guess who has a brother now? She has a brother now. They, I guess, have a brother now. And he's a warlock, which is a completely new thing. Which, that's fine, I guess. I'm not, like, mad at it or whatever. I don't really care. That's fine. We can have warlocks. In fact, I would say it's a cool addition. We did have Red Fountain, school for knights, or fucking warriors, because apparently, I found this out, the boys at Red Fountain, they choose their weapon. Apparently, some people just choose fists. They just get magical gloves and box ghosts and goblins and demons and ghouls and monsters and ogres and they just box them, apparently. But that was the only option that we had for guys. Girls either get to be witches or they're born fairies. Guys, go to Red Fountain. So that's cool that there's now an extra option. I don't think we needed to add a brother character. I think we could have did anything else there, but that's okay. I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not gonna hate on it because I don't fucking care. You do whatever you want, bro. This shit is not for me anymore. This shit is not my IP. I'm sorry for y'all, though. I'm sorry that happened to y'all. I'm assuming you're here because you like Winx Club. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry. We actually have a helpline. We don't have a helpline. I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody lying to you is probably not what you need right now. That's my bad. I don't know what's up with him. I only watched 1 episode. He's just a grumpy puss. He's grumpy. Can we talk about, honestly, I don't even want to talk about this shit, period. Can we talk about the designs, maybe? Can we start there? Because, ew. They're not great. Flora's is fucking perfect. I don't know why all the budget went to Flora. I actually found this post on TikTok that kind of compares a lot of the designs, and I'm probably putting that on screen now as I speak. Flora's new design is genuinely fucking perfect. I don't know if the entire design room were Flora fans and Flora fans only, because most of these other outfits are kind of trash. I mean, Bloom's is good, but like obviously Bloom's has to be good. She's the main fucking character. Flora's is perfect. Musa's is ass, which is a crime, because this is when I'm finally gonna reveal the information. I had it so fucking bad for Musa as a kid, bro. Oh my god, I had that fucking crush on her. Oh my god. Oh man, it was bad. Yeah, it was her. I had beef with a dude whose name I thought was Ribbon for years. That man's name is not Ribbon. It's Ribbon. I thought I had beef with ribbons. But I was wrong about that for years. Just found that out yesterday when I was researching. Anyway, Techna's is dog shit, which is not great because she's maybe like a 3rd or 4th favorite. Aisha's is actually fine. But also, you're not supposed to be here yet. They didn't get Aisha until like way later, didn't they? Aisha's is not like terrible. It's not good though. A lot of them fall under that category. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not... Or it's not terrible, but it's not great. And I just saw Flora and Bloom, so I know you niggas can do great. Also, apparently, Dark Bloom has already happened. I don't know what episode. I didn't look into it. But apparently, Dark Bloom already happened. And I do just want to touch on that really, really quickly. Because I found this other TikTok post of what I'm assuming to be, like, dark designs for all of the Winx Club. And these are so fucking flames. I don't know why. The only reason I'm doing this video first out of all the other shorter videos I could be doing is because for some reason Winx Club just started flooding my fucking timeline. I wasn't even researching for it yet. It just started flooding my timeline. I kept seeing posts like these with the designs, and I kept seeing this one, or I think it was actually several cosplayers, several Bloom cosplayers, but I think it was mostly this one chick. So that's why I'm doing this now. Anyway, back to the reboot. Aside from the designs, Kiko is now just a fucking plush toy. I wanted to turn it off as soon as I saw that shit. I'm gonna be so serious. I saw Kiko wasn't really. For a second, I thought, oh, well, no. I get it. Kiko's not gonna be real, but then he's gonna come with her to Althea, and then he's going to become real because of magic. And I would have been okay with that. But then she was like, oh, I'm too old for Kiko. Bitch! I wanted to put hands on her when she said that. I'm sorry. I wanted to put hands on her when she said that. I fuck with Kiko. That's my boy. What do you mean you're too old for Kiko? I'm not too old for Kiko. Bitch, I'm older than you. Another thing I don't like about the reboot is just the general way that it looks. I was doing this research, most of this research on stream. I think I mentioned that earlier. There was somebody in my chat, and he's normally in my chat, the funny guy. And he actually made like a really good point. I was saying that the models in this show, they look fine. They're not like terrible. They're not atrocious per se. They're serviceable. But then Funny made a really good point. The models in Barbie Life in the Dream House are better than this. That's a 2012 web series. If you've never seen it, Barbie Life in the Dream House, their models weren't going for like real cartoony realism or cartoony period. Their models were going for literal Barbie doll, like doll, literally, these are dolls. And it works perfectly for what they're trying to do. Like the stuff in it's literally doll houses and dolls and doll accessories. So we're looking at something that was decided to be super stylized and worked perfectly versus let's try to make some serviceable models for this show we're making and it works okay. Is basically, and I don't know if that's a fair comparison per se, but nigga, you're being outdone by Barbie Life in the Dream House. Can we step it the fuck up? Also, that intro was hot ass. I'm just gonna say it, bro.
Open your eyes, open your mind. We are the way.
I'm biased as fuck, but that intro was hot ass, and I think we can all agree on that. I don't even think it's crazy. I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. I think that's about it. I think that's about all I wanted to talk about. I actually missed a pretty major detail. I've already stopped recording at this point. So I'm probably just gonna shoehorn this into the part where I'm talking about the reboot. They combined Althea and Cloud Tower. I fucking forgot about that. That's a pretty major detail. They combined the schools. Cloud Tower is gone. It's gone. Icy, Darcy, Stormy, the other witches, they just attend Althea now. And Stella's like mad racist, actually. Mad racist.
But there's always drama because fairies are nice and sweet and drawn to the light, and witches are annoying and mean and drawn to the dark.
They just attend Althea. Griffin's here. Headmistress Griffin, she's here at Althea. I don't know what that's gonna like amount to, if anything, but like I just thought that was weird. What was the reason? What was the reason? There's like one thing I like about this show. I do like the transformations. They added details. I don't know why towards spine stripping. Don't ask me about that. I do like the transformations. They feel more personalized. I don't know about like all the other 10 million forms they have. Enchantrix, Subantrix, Pedantrix. I don't actually know any of the names. Bloomix. There's literally one called Bloomix. I'm so serious. I think they deadass have more forms than Goku. I didn't count, but that was a lot of forms when I was looking, and I think they deadass have more forms than Goku. If we're talking like actual forms, like Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and I'm definitely forgetting some because I'm not counting Kaioken as a form. Great Ape, which really, he can't even do it anymore, so I'm not even gonna count that shit. I think they deadass have more forms than Goku. Do you know how crazy that is? I do like that they're a little more personalized though. Because from what I remember, their early transformations are kind of just background color of whatever their main color is. Sparkle, 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 sparkle. That's it. I do appreciate that they tried to get some of their characteristics in their transformation scene. I don't know if later forms do that or not. I don't know. But I thought that was a nice touch. That is the only nice thing I'm saying about the reboot. But that's about it. That's Winx Club. If there's more you want me to talk about in maybe another video, leave down suggestions in the comments. If there's something I got wrong, tell me in the comments. If there's something you just even want to tell me that I missed or glossed over that you don't think I researched and you just want to tell me because you think it's a cool detail and you think I might like to hear about it, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But until the next video, I've been King Gamma, and thank you for listening to me yap about Winx Club.